All right, friends, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, a very special good evening to all of you. This is Shabnam from the Code Arc, aiming to teach coding, data science, full stack, and many more to the people out there. All right, okay, anyways, without taking a lot of your time, since we all are here for the full stack web development course, is it fine? Okay, let's quickly begin. Let me give you a walkthrough of what we are going to cover up since all these days. First of all, as we had a lot of queries on Instagram and YouTube regarding the bootcamp. Number one, yes, it is a certificate based course. There are two conditions for certificate to be issued. First of all, your attendance need to be 75%. Number two, at the end of the course, you have to submit a small project in the form of a website. I hope you got my point. We shall keep repeating this announcement almost every class for all our new viewers who are joining us. I hope you got my point. Okay, fine. Gaming says happy afternoon, thank you. Santosh Ashok says good afternoon, thank you. Naveen says hi, thank you Naveen, hi. Harish, very good afternoon. Okay, and all of our friends who are here with us. Alright, fine. 1 minute of very quick introduction about the session to be conducted today. First of all, I hope people are comfortable if we speak in English, although we will keep speaking in Hindi also in between. Alright. Number two, in case if you find any doubt, any question, then please feel free to post your doubt in the comment section. We will be too glad to reply you back. Alright. Okay, Zoya, thank you. Go. Okay, fine. All these replies I keep reading here and I keep replying to them. Alright. Take it. That's all as an intro to begin. Let's start. Our strategy for the class today is we'll keep it as a warm-up session. We want you to introduce us to introduce to yourself, and we are introducing ourselves to what is full stack, what is web development, and what are the technologies we are going to cover up in full stack. Okay, all right, Wasim, good afternoon to you. ठीक है, हम आज के सेशन में इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे अपने आप को फुल स्टैक से. क्या है फुल स्टैक वेब डेवलपमेंट. In the next session, I will also talk about the industry demand of full stack. How much do engineers or people earn after learning full stack development? Full stack और कहाँ होता है? So on and so forth. This is what we want to do. Anyways, let's go ahead from here. Okay. Alright, so this is day one. I welcome you all once again to the full stack web development at the Code Arc, coding, data science, AI, machine learning, and full stack for everyone. Alright, take it. This is our agenda of the session today. I will first give you a walkthrough of the syllabus. हम ये पूरा एक महीना क्या करने वाले हैं. Alright, in this entire curriculum, what topics are we going to cover up? What will you be equipped with at the end of a bootcamp? ये एक महीने के कोर्स के बाद आप क्या सीखेंगे? First of all, it's absolutely free course, but the condition provided, certificate will be given to you if there is a 75% attendance, plus at the end you submit to us a small project. Okay, वो project किधर submit करना है, कैसा होगा, when the time come, we will let you know. Alright, ठीक है. Okay, introduction to languages and technologies that we are going to use. Assuming that many of you are from non-IT background, ये assume करते हुए हम चलेंगे. Alright, some of our friends here are from BE, BTech background as well. Some of our friends are from BMS, BCom background. It's absolutely fine. That's what we mention in the caption. This is coding for everyone. Especially for those of the crowd who wish to switch their career from non-IT to IT. I hope you got my point. Okay, okay. And then talking about the session as in the session as introduction to the technology and to the course, we will start from what is www, something that we all know, बच्चा janta hai. Client server architecture, URLs, HTTP. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन इफ टाइम परमिट, अगर आज की क्लास में टाइम बचता है तो we will start writing a small program in HTML. Alright, fine. Okay, I'm constantly reading the chat, me and my team here. Whatever is your doubt, please feel free to post your question. Okay, please, here we go. Next, the week 1 of full stack bootcamp will be based on HTML. I give you rough intro, please. First week fully on HTML because these are the 4 technologies we are covering up. ओके हम ये 4 टेक्नोलॉजीज कवर कर रहे हैं वेब डेवलपमेंट में. नंबर 1 HTML, नंबर 2 CSS, नंबर 3 Bootstrap and number 4 JavaScript. Of course JavaScript with database connectivity to accomplish the project. I hope you got my point. Is it right? Fine. आगे वाले महीने में, that is in the month of October, we will be coming up with full stack in web development again, but that will be using React, Node.js, Vue and Angular and so on. So let's cover up this basic first. Alright, so the first week we will be covering up HTML. Okay, in HTML we will be talking one moment please, in between I say first week HTML, second week CSS and Bootstrap, third week whatever is left in Bootstrap, so that part plus JavaScript. And fourth week we will be keeping, fourth week of September we will be keeping exclusively for the development of a project. Okay, our project will be in the form of full-fledged website that will be an e-commerce website where we will be able to do debit credit, or at least we will be able to create some kind of Amazon kind of website wherein we can add items to cart, delete items from the cart, display new products, delete products, update products, etc. I hope you got it. Fine. If you are in my rhythm here, please keep acknowledging in the comment section. आपको सब समझ रहा है कि नहीं? I am clearly audible to you or not? Please convey us the message also. And our screen is visible to you or not? वो भी बता दीजिएगा please. दिखाई देने में या सुनाई देने में कोई भी दिक्कत आती है, जरा भी टाइम वेस्ट ना करते हुए चैट बॉक्स में पोस्ट करिए. ठीक है, fine. In HTML, this is what all we are going to cover up. That is intro to HTML. Okay, HTML structure like head, body, and all. How to comment the line in HTML. For the people who are coming here from IT background, they must be aware of it. Okay, yes, ma'am, you're getting everything. Okay, thank you, Sagar. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you. Thank you, Zoya also. Thank you, Harish. Thank you. Okay, everybody, thank you here, please. Okay, so the first chapter in HTML that we are going to cover up is very basic. Syllabus खास तौर पे इस ध्यान में रखते हुए बनाया है कि वो ऑडियंस जो यहाँ पर नॉन IT बैकग्राउंड से आ रही है उनके लिए कोडिंग को ग्रिप मिले, आपको कोडिंग को ग्रिप मिले. एंड इवन इफ यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम ITCS बैकग्राउंड, प्लीज एंजॉय. Alright, for the first 1 or 2 session maybe, the moment we start Bootstrap, JavaScript, project connectivity, that will be an advanced concept for this kind of population as well. Okay, ठीक है, fine. Second chapter in HTML that we will be covering up is text formatting tags, जहाँ पर हम पढ़ेंगे about bold, strong, EM, underline, del, superscript, subscript, image tag, anchor tag, and so on. But after the class end today, we will be sharing this PPT on Drive. Okay, and we will be uploading the link on our channel so that you can download the PPT and keep the week wise schedule with you. Alright, आप पूरा week wise schedule आपके पास भी इसका एक copy रखे. So we'll upload that. ठीक है. Next we will be talking about HTML structure, mostly in the 3rd or the 4th session, wherein we will be talking about different lists in HTML, tables, how to create in HTML. कई मर्तबा आपने देखा होगा the home page or any other page of the website, to display the data in a very organized manner, they make use of list or they make use of table structures. So we'll learn how to create them. Okay, then most important part of HTML, that is HTML form, right? How your login forms are created or how sign up forms are created. For example, if I'm new to Facebook will ask me to register, or maybe I'm new to Amazon and Amazon might ask me to register. हाँ, तो वो registration form कैसे बनता है, फॉर्म फिलअप करने के बाद सबमिट बटन पे क्लिक करने से डेटा किधर जाता है, वो डेटा के साथ आगे क्या होता है, so on so forth. That's what is HTML form about. Then we'll talk about field set, legend, iframe. ये सब first week में चलेगा. Okay, fine. At the end of the week 1, we will be talking about HTML5. That's a new version of HTML, in which we will learn about the multimedia, how to introduce audio and video in a website. Okay, take it. Week 2 will talk about CSS. This is not the right time to tell you what is CSS. If you know already, I appreciate, well and good. If you do not know, I just gave you a rough idea. CSS is used to give style effect to the web page, so that your web page look very appealing to the people, appreciative, appealing to the people. तो CSS से हम अक्सर style effect देते हैं. तो ये सारे chapters CSS से related है. Okay, wherein we will talking about the intro to CSS, CSS selectors, CSS properties, and so on. So this will cover up entire week 2. ये पूरा second week of the curriculum boot camp का ले लेगा. ठीक है. Week 3 CSS will be continued with properties, another chapter responsive utilities. Since we will not understand the meaning of the subtopics today, जैसे रिस्पॉन्सिव यूटिलिटी में मेटा व्यू पोर्ट क्या होता है, मीडिया क्वेरी क्या होता है, ये सब क्योंकि हम आज नहीं समझ सकते. दैट्स द रीजन आई एम नॉट रीडिंग देम वन बाय वन, just giving you a rough idea of what all will be covered up. Okay, then comes a very big chapter called as Bootstrap, which we will again start in week 3. Okay, if week 3 completes Bootstrap well, if week 3 doesn't complete Bootstrap, then we'll move on to continue the part of Bootstrap with week 4. Okay, week 3 के ही end में we'll try to introduce ourselves to JavaScript, which is a programming language. Alright, JavaScript, that's a programming language. Intro to JavaScript, JavaScript programming, JavaScript function. Just look at the chapter titles, people. JavaScript objects, built-in objects in JavaScript like array, string, math, console, document, etc. And the most important part of the curriculum that we will be covering up in week 4, that will be JavaScript database connectivity. I hope you got my point. In case if you find we are going fast or we are going too slow, please let us know in the chat box. This is only the curriculum walkthrough. That's the reason we are a bit faster. Alright, and JSON objects, these are again we are going to learn in week 4. And finally last के 3 दिन, और अगर हमको लगता है कि भाई और टाइम चाहिए तो maybe first 3-4 days of October we'll go with a fully functional e-commerce website as a project. Alright, at least one project we will create, and in order to earn certificate from us, आपको ऐसा एक project बनाकर हमारी लिंक पे सबमिट करना पड़ेगा. कहाँ कैसे करेंगे तब बताएंगे आपको. Hoping you understand. Fine. So this is all about the scheme, or this is going to be our process, very organized right from day 1. Is that okay? Fine. In case if any question in something understanding, please let us know here. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Alright. So guys, here we go and start with our day 1. Okay. Take it. To begin with. Alright. Let me open my rough notepad file here. I need notepad. Alright. Listen to me carefully. The complete course and the entire full stack web development, today we begin with the hero of the movie, that is www. Of course, it would be very silly on my side if I ask you what is the full form of www. शायद आपके घर से कोई बच्चा भी बोल दे, भाई मैम ये क्या पूछ रही है, ये तो मजाक की बात हो गई. That's World Wide Web. Is that correct? But today we are talking about www apart from its full form. Is it right? जिसको हम और आप World Wide Web कहते हैं. Some people even call it as W3. Is that correct? Some people even call it as internet. That's all synonyms of www. Hoping you are understanding. Is it? That's nothing but a big electronic storage of websites. Okay, this is what is the definition in my language I am writing here. In case हमसे good, thank you Zoya, thank you for writing that in the chat box. Okay, what is www? It's, imagine it's like a big book, एक मोटी सी किताब है, मोटी book है, and inside this book all the web pages and websites are stored, they are written, they are stored, they are coded. Hoping you understand. So it's a storage for web pages and websites. Right? For example, if I write www.facebook.com and I get login page of the Facebook or home page of the Facebook, तो भाई कहीं ना कहीं तो ये होम पेज स्टोर्ड होगा मेरे डेस्क पर आने से पहले, करेक्ट? It's somebody who wants to visit Spotify or maybe Gaana or maybe Netflix or maybe Hotstar or maybe Uber or maybe Ola or maybe Swiggy or maybe Zomato, Amazon. अरे बट आप जहाँ कहीं से भी रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हो ये सब वेब पेजेस या वेबसाइट, definitely they might be stored somewhere before responding to your system, correct? I hope you got it. It is not. I'll come to your point, Zoya. I'll come to your point. Okay, we are going to work in Visual Studio Code only, but not right on the day one. After spending some 3-4 sessions of the bootcamp, we'll switch to Visual Studio Code forever. Okay, the reason behind using Notepad for the classes, some of them are very new to the technology. So for them, I want to just show them how to type a simple program and store in a Notepad file. Is that okay? Or at least for the first 2 days, that is day 1 and day 2 of the bootcamp, we'll be writing programs in Notepad and eventually we'll go to Visual Studio Code. Good. And even in the end, that is towards the end of the bootcamp, I will also introduce you how to use the React framework or Angular framework, as some of them have requested me before the bootcamp. Is that okay? Fine. तो आप में से वो बच्चे जो इसमें इंटरेस्टेड है भाई फिर React या Angular में ये डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगा, तो उनके लिए हम लास्ट का एक सेशन ऐसा भी रखेंगे, the same code or the same project will work in that framework. Hoping. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you. Fine. So let's cope up with the guys who are very new with the coding and technologies today. All of us. Fine. Please conclude this point. ये बात को हम खत्म करते हैं. What is www? So www is like a big storage. कभी सुना होगा word cloud. Am I right? Cloud. Most of us might have heard of cloud is nothing but a storage. Right? So on this storage www, it's a big electronic book that stores web pages and website. Alright, you can also call it as a web server. Okay, exactly, www is not a server. www के पास बहुत सारे subordinate server होते हैं जहाँ पर सारी websites और web pages stored हैं. I hope you got it. Is it right? Number 2, after understanding what's www, now we are understanding who are we. Number 2, users, who are often called as clients. Right? What is our identity when we access internet? हमारी identity internet में हमेशा client होती है. You know why? Because we always request some web page or website from www. Right? For example, when you say www or if you write just fb or facebook.com, so this is a request to www of Facebook. Right? Or maybe when I write www.flipkart.com, okay, com or co.in or net or whatever it is, that means this is a client is requesting World Wide Web to give those pages corresponding to Flipkart. Right? इसी तरह जब आप आपकी एंड्रॉइड ऐप में नेटफ्लिक्स लॉन्च करते हो या हॉटस्टार लॉन्च करते हो, या स्पॉटिफाई ओपन करते हो या जीपे ओपन करते हो, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. सो दीज आर नथिंग बट रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम योर आईपी एड्रेस टू वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब कि भाई प्लीज गिव मी द वेब पेजेस ऑफ दीज पर्टिकुलर एप्स और वेबसाइट. So we are nothing in internet. हमारा identity is nothing but a client. Remember one thing, people, always. This is our first important point of the session today. अभी तक की पहली काम की बात. Client always request. Okay, I'm writing this point in a bracket here. अगर आप client है तो बेचारे client को एक ही काम आता है. That is मांगना. Nothing but request. And if you are a server, My friend, go with the English meaning of the word server. That is the one who serve others. That's called as serving, right? What's the English meaning of the word serve or serving? That is the one who serve other. आप खिदमत करते हो. Isn't it? You're providing service to other. That's the reason we call it as a server. तो सर्वर सेज भाई मेरा तो काम ही है टू सर्व अदर. आपने रिक्वेस्ट किया तो आई विल डेफिनेटली रिस्पॉन्ड टू यू बैक. That's the one who respond. Is it? So client always request and the server always respond. Together this fashion. You got my point? ये पूरा style, ये पूरा fashion, ये पूरा process together is called as, anybody who can guess? Anybody? Request response. This full architecture is called as client server architecture. Okay, where client request and server respond, that's together called as a client server architecture. Server हमने किसको बोला है यहाँ पे? वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब, that is W3 और इंटरनेट. भाई वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब आपका सर्वर है. Is it? Now one thing, एक बात यहाँ पर खास तौर पर ध्यान से सुन लीजिए. Server says I am तो ready to respond, friends. Understood? I am ready to respond, but provided my client request. You got my point? आप मेरी काबिलियत पर शक मत करें. Don't doubt my ability. I can provide hundreds of things, but condition applied, you request. Hope yes, correct Naveen. Client server. Is it? For example, only if you write www.facebook.com, the page of the Facebook will be responded on your IP address. I mean, only if I visit Netflix or if I open Ola Uber, the pages would be responded. Is that okay? So provided client request, server will respond. Alright. My next IMP point now. Communication between, I just want to see how many of you easily understand. आप में से कितने बच्चे ये बात आसानी से समझते हैं? Request and response between client and server. ये जो request response आता जाता है people between client and server is communicated by a very special messenger, a very special man in middle called as HTTP. You understand? Fine. Your request from client is taken to server and response from the server is brought back to the client by this very special person called as HTTP. Yes, for the people who are guessing, hypertext transfer protocol. राइट आपने कभी भी गौर से देखा होगा तो जब हम लिखते हैं www.facebook.com और google.com, how does actually URL looks like? They write like this, http or https, s for secure, :/, ऐसा पूरा लिंक बनता है. Is that correct? Good, because actually speaking, after www, it's HTTP who is the real hero of the movie. ये रिक्वेस्ट और रिस्पॉन्स लाने जाने का देने का काम is given to HTTP. Okay, there are many things to talk about HTTP, but I will cut short the story here because we have got to speak many things more. Is that very correct to you? Fine. So these are the terms that we have used. www. What is client? What is server? What is let me say client server architecture. Client server architecture में client always request and server always respond. Request and response is communicated by, ये communication HTTP के द्वारा होता है. Alright, वो HTTP ही है जो हमारे communication को encrypt करता है, encode करता है, hack होने से, attack होने से, hijack होने से बचाता है, and so on. Is that very clear to you? Fine. And one more point before I could wind off the theoretical discussion and come to technical part of the bootcamp. Number 5. Next point. People, you know what did I say? You client request and server respond. But how does internet client send a request? Am I right? Internet का client, www का client, उससे मांगता कैसा है कोई चीज, रिक्वेस्ट कैसे करता है, किस रूप में करता है? That is in the form of URL. Alright, if someone have responded here, no. Okay, if you know the answer, please post it in the chat box. That would be easy for us to guess that you are getting it or not. Is it right? The request from client goes to the server my friend, request, internet request from client goes to the server always in the form of URL. Full form of URL, nothing but uniform resource locator. It's okay, many different authors gives a many different full form also. This is a very common full form, URL. And in a very simple language to understand what is URL are nothing but web links used to visit websites. Am I right? Some people call it as web links, some people even call it as addresses. Right? So www.google.com, this is the address of Google. Uniform resource locator. Thank you, Navin. Correct. Alright, www.facebook.co.in, इंटरनेट पर फेसबुक का ये एड्रेस है. समझ रहे हैं आप बात, राइट? और मे बी amazon.com, दिस इज द एड्रेस ऑफ Amazon. और मे बी university.edu.in, दिस इज द एड्रेस ऑफ Mumbai University or any other university. Alright, fine. So after understanding what is World Wide Web, imagine, ऐसा आंख बंद करके इमेजिन करिए भाई, ये पूरी दुनिया ऐसे काम कर रही है, इंटरनेट की दुनिया. There is one God who is www, and we are all mankind down on the earth. हम सब we are the human beings. We keep requesting to God, भाई दे दो दे दो दे दो दे दो, and God says ले लो भाई. Am I right? So this is what is internet client does by facebook.com दे दो, google.com दे दो, this.com, that.co.in, this.co, particular thing, right? And www keep responding. But how this communication from human beings to God goes by, आता जाता कैसा है, man in between, so there is some messenger called as HTTP. Hoping you are understanding. Is that correct? Fine. अच्छा, ये कहानी खत्म करने से पहले एक और चीज. Fine. So who is HTML here? Alright, HTML. If I ask you the full form, I hope many of you would be in a state to reply me back. Could I wait for a couple of seconds? Full form of HTML, please, someone? Of course, you are not Googling. Right? I trust you. Full form of HTML, anyone? Okay, my question to you, is HTML a programming language? Is HTML? Okay, I think Navin is quick to answer here. He has written hypertext markup language, is very correct. He is very right, guys. He has given us a full form of HTML, hypertext markup language. No, Sagar has answered no, bhai, HTML programming language nahi hai. How many of us agree with Sagar? He is right. HTML is not a programming language. It's a scripting, or let me say it's a markup language. I hope you got my point. Okay, good Zoya, thank you. HTML कोई प्रोग्रामिंग या स्क्रिप्टिंग लैंग्वेज नहीं है, उसको हम मार्कअप लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं. ओके, कीप दिस क्वेश्चन विथ यू. आपके पास ही ये सवाल रखिए, मार्कअप का मतलब क्या होता है. स्लोली स्टेडीली, आई थिंक इन द क्लास टुडे इटसेल्फ विल आंसर यू व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय मार्कअप. ओके, बाय 5 PM if I forget, you remind me to tell you the meaning of markup here. Is that correct? Okay, web language. Thank you Priyanshu. But Priyanshu, आप अगर web language बोलोगे भाई, तो web language तो CSS भी है, web language JavaScript भी है. Okay, HTML is a markup language, not a programming language. Good, that's correct now. Okay, fine. There are some conflicts here. Web language भी नहीं बोल सकते हमको, because HTML अकेली नहीं, ऐसे तो फिर बहुत सारी web languages है. So we'll come to this controversial point. भाई वो मार्कअप लैंग्वेज है तो प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज और मार्कअप में डिफरेंस क्या होता है, वो बाद में 5 बजे के आसपास बात करेंगे. Alright, fine. So this is where we go. HTML, as many of them have written here, so it's a hypertext markup language. Markup language. Okay, why do we call it as hypertext, friends? Because it's not a simple text. Okay, this notepad file in front of you, it's containing only text, correct? All my friends who are present here, try to understand hypertext और simple text के बीच में क्या फर्क होता है. वो खाली आपके words, characters, letters, these are called as text. If I type you an SMS from my phone, तो भाई वो text है. But if I'm sending you some audio file, I'm sending you some video, or if I'm sending you some GIF, GIF files, short animated images, तो भाई वो simple text नहीं है, वो तो hypertext है. So HTML is a language which is capable to code, which is capable to include on a web page not only a simple text but also multimedia kind of hypertext. Is that okay? If somebody could acknowledge in the chat box the meaning of hypertext understood or not? Is that correct? Fine. Otherwise, hyper means it can be clicked upon. ये ऐसा टेक्स्ट होता है जिसको हम क्लिक करके एक पेज से दूसरे पेज पर भी जा सकते हैं. हाइपर लिंक्स आएगा आगे. Right? So we'll see what is the meaning of hypertext. Is it okay? Fine. Alright, so this is one part of the story. After understanding this entire picture, what is World Wide Web, what is client-server architecture and all, we start writing a simple program in HTML to create a web page. Alright, remember, आप आज का दिन याद रखिए हमने कहाँ से शुरू किया, कितना सिंपल शुरू किया, and at the end of the boot camp, वो 15-20-30 दिन के बाद आप किधर पहुंच जाते हो. Alright, fine. What a simple program to begin the technology and the course with we are starting by. And गोल गोल घूमते घूमते आगे हम किधर चले जाते हैं. Hoping you are understanding it, right? Now, the very first point that I told you, World Wide Web पर क्या होता है? It's like a book, people, who has all the web pages and websites stored. It's a cloud storage है वो. तो web page और website बनाना पड़ेगा आपको, but automatic थोड़ी बन के store होता है. Understood? Facebook never got created automatic all of a sudden. It's not any artificial intelligence or machine learning there. Got it? Right? So people have written the pages of code Facebook. Understood? Programmers have developed the pages of Google. Developers have developed the pages of Amazon. तब जाकर वो www repository पे store हुआ. Correct? So what language they used to create these web pages on www? One of the language is HTML. Alright, so we'll start today using HTML to learn how to create a web page, and eventually this web pages will make a website. Is that okay? Fine, take it. So this is my new notepad file. Okay, bear with us today. To start with, we are working in Notepad. As I told you, again to repeat in case if someone have joined us late, from day 3 or maybe from day 4, we'll switch ourselves to Visual Studio Code to write the projects or to create projects. Is it okay? Fine. Alright. Especially for our friends who are learning HTML for the very first time today, thoda dhyan dena. This is how any ordinary HTML program starts. Anybody what this bracket is called as? Like this bracket is called as a curly bracket. This bracket is called as a round bracket. Jaldi jaldi, yeah, thoda dhyan dijiye. These brackets are called as a square bracket. Then what this bracket is called as? I wait for the couple of moments here. बराबर है, अकीला right. Tag उसको HTML बोलता है. Friends, listen to me. Tag it is called as by HTML. But what is the name of this bracket? How we call this one as a round bracket, square bracket, curly bracket. इस bracket का नाम क्या होता है? No, Navin, no. Continue. Keep बोलते जाइए, आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. Tags, they are labeled as tag by tag. वो अभी भी नहीं है actually. Only if you write something in between, it will be called as a tag. Okay, for the people who are writing tag here, Akila, Crown Brothers and Naveen Balaji. Friends, if you're telling this is a tag, if you write something between opening closing only, then it will become a tag. Is correct. Akila has come up with the answer. That is angular bracket. Is that very correct to all of you? Understood? Fine, so these are called as nothing but angular brackets. Yeah, no ratio, not greater than. Okay, not anchor. No, anchor will be called as A. Anchor आगे tag बनेगा, उसको anchor बोलते हैं. This is called as angular bracket as said by Akila there. Is it okay? Fine. So HTML is coded in angular brackets. Between opening closing of angular bracket, whatever you write, angular bracket. Correct, Naveen. Okay. whatever you write between opening closing of angular bracket, that is called as a HTML tag. Okay, so this is right now an HTML tag. Remember, whenever a tag opens, you always should have an habit of closing the tag. अभी tag close कैसे होता है? Just after opening bracket you have to write a front slash. There is one more method of closing a tag which I will discuss later, not now. Right? So tag opens like this. Just a pair of angular bracket means opening of the tag. Come on. Pair of angular bracket. Braces means bracket, means opening of a tag. Okay. Pair of angular bracket with a front slash means closing of a tag. Is that clear? Right? Good. Okay, good. Fine. Mr. Shidji. Okay, Bishtji. Right, correct. In Novia code already written. Yes, correct. Visual Studio Code provides you help, my friend. That's the reason I'm not using Visual Studio Code, because people need to understand taking writing pain of their own. Understood? एकदम आप शुरू में बता देंगे वो तो जो लोग बिगनर्स हैं यहाँ पे उनके लिए बहुत easy हो जाएगा. So let us not talk about the Visual Studio Code at least for one day, please. Okay, request to all of you, please. Okay, so opening angular bracket or a pair of angular bracket, that is opening of the tag, otherwise with a slash, that is called as a closing of the tag. Let me get rid of it. HTML opens, HTML closes. Right? Any guys, hello, every or any ordinary HTML program looks like this. HTML is coded between opening and closing of a HTML tag. Alright, number 2, this is my next important point of the class today. HTML program always divide a web page into two sides or two parts. I repeat one more time, HTML always divides a web page into two parts. First called as a head part. Head opens, head close. And next called as a body part. Body opens, body closes. Alright, I repeat this point again if someone is noting it down. HTML program or HTML language always divides a web page into two parts. First part of the web page is called as a head part, and this is head part, people. Right? Head chala gaya, kya bacha? Body bachi. So next part of the web page is called as a body part. Now what is the difference between the two parts? Good, Wasim, correct. Second, body. Thank you, people. Thank you for writing it in a comment here. This is actually helping us a lot. Okay, head part में ideally हम setup करते हैं. That is configuration. Alright, 80% of the code written in the head part, that is the setups and configuration. Okay, जिसका ideally output web page पर दिखकर नहीं आता है. Understood? The output is never shown on the page if you write a code inside the head part. Is that very clear to all of us? Fine. So ideally head part of the web page is used to do the settings of the page. Is it very clear? Last time to be spoken, settings of the page, head part is used to. Otherwise, whatever content you want to display on the web page, that is coded inside the body part. Okay, so for example, head part has a tag called as a title. Friends, always have a habit of closing title. Title opens, title closes. Say I want to give some title to the page. Okay, title is full stack web development day 1. Okay, now this is title and it should be displayed on the title bar of the page. Title bar is not the body of the page, correct? इसके लिए उसको head में लिखा. I hope you got it. Fine. Okay, inside the body, that means on the web page, I want to display some content like this. And please clear the points which is asked in interview tab. Yes, my friend. Yes. I will talk about the interview questions as well. Okay, I'm calling you by the name I read here. आपका जो नाम यहाँ पर दिखाई दे रहा है, I'm calling you by that name, Crown Brothers. If this is what you're asking, like what are the interview points regarding full stack and HTML, okay, we will be talking about those interview questions as well. I hope as of now the head and body part is clear. ठीक है, fine, yeah. ओके हमने अभी तक ऐसा कुछ कंटेंट ही नहीं सीखा है जो आपको इंटरव्यू में पूछने लायक क्वेश्चन बन पाए. दिस आर वेरी बेसिक्स. ठीक है, फाइन. इनसाइड द बॉडी आई वांट टू टाइप समथिंग लाइक दिस. हेलो ऑल, वेलकम टू माय वेरी फर्स्ट वेब पेज and a website. Okay, that's it. Now because I have written it as a paragraph or as a single line, I have not written it any tag. Is that clear? Okay, Devendra, you are that. Fine. ठीक है. I'll come to your point back. Okay, Devendra, I'll talk about your point again. Alright. You want, even you can write this point in a tag. I will show you how. But उससे पहला हम इतना कोड रन करके देखते हैं. Let's see at least what will be the output I will get so far till here. Right? So today also learn how to create a program and how to save it and how to run it. Okay, executing program is different in Notepad. Executing a program is different in Visual Studio Code. Executing a web page or a website is different in this one, Angular React. Executing an app is also different in Android Studio. राइट, आप में से कोई अगर यहाँ पर एंड्रॉयड स्टूडियो से के बैकग्राउंड से आया है तो यू माइट बी हैविंग अ नॉलेज हाउ वी एग्जीक्यूट एप्स देयर, बिकॉज ऑल दिस एप्लीकेशन दैट आई टॉक्ड अबाउट मेक्स यूज ऑफ HTML. सो व्हाट डू वी डू इज, लेट मी सेव दिस. Give this program by the name. Inside my folder full stack, I save the program by the name first. I just want to write first. You save the program by whatever name you want, but do not say save directly, because the default extension of this file will be .txt. आपने अगर txt एक्सटेंशन से सेव कर दिया मतलब ये नोटपैड फाइल हो गई. हमको इसे HTML प्रोग्राम के रूप में सेव करना है, so we will give it an extension .html. Only if you save it with an extension .html, it will be opened in a browser. I say save. So let me go to my D drive now. This is D drive. Help me please. D drive में एक folder बनाया है full stack. I double click. You see this is the file first, because you had saved with an extension .html. You see this is the symbol of the default browser it can be opened with. Is it okay? ठीक है, so let me straight away double click this. So this is how it opens. Straight away, there are many other ways to open this HTML program. This is the easiest way that I've shown you. Okay, so you see this is what the web page looks like now, because a web page opens in a web browser, right? We all understand what are a web browser. Browsers are application to access the internet, correct? Hello friends, I repeat again, web browsers are application software to access internet. अगर ब्राउजर नहीं है तो इंटरनेट एक्सेस कैसे करेंगे? हमको ब्राउजर चाहिए. Examples of browser, although you may be knowing hundreds of them. Some of them Chrome, maybe Opera, is it right? Maybe Microsoft Edge. Alright, maybe Internet Explorer, बहुत पुराना वाला Netscape Navigator, so on, Mozilla Firefox, how can you forget? People Mozilla Firefox and so on. We are using Edge or Chrome here. Right, तो अगर वेब पेज है भाई तो उसे Chrome में ही ओपन होना है या Edge में ओपन होना है. Of course, I cannot launch a web page in PowerPoint, Word and Excel. That is not a suitable application to open the program, correct or not? Fine. So you see this is how my web page look like, and full stack web development day 1 ये पेज के अंदर नहीं, पेज के बाहर उसके टाइटल पे लिखा है. That is the use of the head part. Okay, head displays the settings which is not to be included on the page, which is not to be directly shown on the page. Clear? Fine. Okay, today let us also cover up See, I wanted, I could have written this in a paragraph tag. So P for paragraph, paragraph opens and paragraph closes. Right. So this full line this time is written in a paragraph tag. How to refresh the code now? Just save the changes again. Control S or file menu save. Come back to where your program was already running and only refresh it. Okay, I could hardly see the difference here. Okay, if you want to see some noticeable difference, look, write this line in H1 tag. Okay, anybody who know HTML here and can give me the answer, what is the full form of H1 or what is H1 used for? HTML में H1 टैग किस लिए यूज होता है, कोई बता सकता है प्लीज? Waiting for your response. Anybody? It's very simple question. Quick. What is H1 used for? Heading tags, right, Priyanshu? Correct. It's a heading tag. Then what is 1 for? H for heading. Priyanshu, you're right. Good, my friend. Good. But what is 1? 1 means largest size of the heading. Correct? Thank you, Sagar. Right. Thank you, Zoya. Heading. Thank you, Navin. 1 मतलब सबसे बड़ा साइज का हेडिंग. देख लीजिए एक बार. I refresh the page. So this is a big and bold size. So the same line, friends, I copy this. ये पूरा कॉपी कर लेते हैं. Control C and paste it. Control V. Same line if I write in 2. So this is the second largest heading size. Good. Good. People who have answered the largest heading. This is the second large heading. Second large heading. Check. Alright. So this way HTML provides you total 6 heading style. Is it? For example, if you have ever read the websites like Times of India and all, आर्टिकल का हेडिंग वो हेडिंग टैग में डिस्प्ले करता है और remaining article content they type it in a paragraph tag. For example, I'm telling you. Yes, Wasim, correct. Headings are total of 6 types. Is that correct? So any ideally websites you see, any headings are always displayed in a heading tag, but article under the heading is displayed in a small font tag or the small size text tag. Right, fine. So similarly, if I paste it and I change the heading here, so this is 3, this is 3. As Wasim said, there are total 6 types. So let me use all the 6 headings. Heading of the style 4 and 4. Heading 5 and 5. Last, help, help, friends, help fast. Heading 6, 6 and 6. समझ रहे आप बात? 6 and 6. बस H7 लिखोगे तो आउटपुट आएगा नहीं. एरर HTML आइडियली देता नहीं है. And it hides the error. One day I'll show you also how to check the errors and all. As of now, there are 6 headings. We write the 6 tags. Control S to save the changes. Refresh the page. You see like this. Are you getting? मैम ये तो साइज छोटा करने के लिए हेल्प हो सकता है. Yes, Sagar, you are right, my friend. This is a kind of different size. Headings means what? That's what I told. It displays headings of different sizes. Okay, headings of different sizes. Good, good. ये काम हम font tag से भी कर सकते हैं. We'll see how. But as of now, what is my demand? You know, the first heading I want to display yellow in color. Okay, because heading can only control the size of the text. It cannot control the color of the text. Correct? खाली size change हुआ भाई, color तो change नहीं हुआ. Default color is still black. So I want to display that first heading in yellow color. So look what I do. Where is the first heading? Go to it. And after heading tag, we use another tag called as a font tag. Okay. Now how does font tag is a multi-purpose tag? वो बहुत काम करता है. Font tag can change the font of the tag. Font tag can change the size of the text. It can change the color of the text. As of now, keep in mind size and color of the text can be changed by the font tag. आपको क्या चेंज करना है, स्पेस देकर बताइए. कलर चेंज करना है तो कलर का नाम दो, लाइक येलो. साइज चेंज करना है तो साइज बताओ, लाइक 10, 12, 20, 40. दिस इज इन पिक्सल people. Okay, we can also provide size in some percentages in REM and all, but as of now I'll go simple. We'll just write the number indicating pixel size. Okay, anyways, I don't want even size right now. I just want the color of the font to be changed as yellow. Is that okay? I'll come to your point, Zoya. I'll answer your question. One moment please. Okay, let me show the color changed here and then I'll come back to answer your question. ठीक है, सो कलर ऑफ द फॉन्ट वी वांट येलो. गाइस हेलो, आज जाते जाते दूसरी काम की बात. बिफोर आई वाइंड ऑफ द सेशन टुडे, प्लीज व्हेन आई मीट यू बैक ऑन मंडे फॉर द डे 2 ऑफ द बूट कैंप, ये बात को भूलना नहीं. सी व्हाट इज कलर. कलर इज नॉट अ टैग. टैग ओवर हियर इज ओनली फॉन्ट. ओके, कलर इज कॉल्ड एज एट्रीब्यूट ऑफ द टैग. ओके, ओपनिंग ऑफ द टैग में जो आप स्पेस देकर लिखते हो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एट्रीब्यूट. ओके, सो फॉन्ट इज अ टैग, कलर इज इट्स एट्रीब्यूट. लाइक कलर, फॉन्ट हैज मेनी मोर एट्रीब्यूट्स लाइक साइज. होपिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड, राइट? सो दिस इज टुगेदर कॉल्ड एज टैग एट्रीब्यूट रिलेशनशिप. Okay, I would be glad if someone acknowledged to me in the chat box meaning of attribute understood or not. Right? वो टैग का साथीदार, उसका पार्टनर, उसका कॉम्पेनियन. वो टैग के बाद ओपनिंग में जो आप स्पेस देकर लिखते हो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एट्रीब्यूट ऑफ द टैग. ऑलराइट, एनीवेज आई सेव द कोड हियर. थैंक यू. Okay. I save the code. I come back. I'm surprised you people did not stop me. There was one problem in the code. आपने मुझे रोका नहीं. Anyways, I refresh the page now. Oh, and to my surprise, everything got changed to yellow color. But I told you very clear, I just want the first heading in yellow color. Friends, तो हमसे गलती किधर हुआ फिर? Only first heading, मतलब this message, I wanted in yellow color. But all the headings are shown in yellow color. So what should I do that only first heading is shown in yellow color? ऐसा क्या करे कोडिंग में कि खाली पहला ही हेडिंग येलो कलर में दिख कर आए? Good, please, if anyone could answer that. In fact, my last question of the session today, if anybody could answer, what should I do? Something is missing in the code. That only first heading should appear in yellow color. Close the font. That's correct, people. आपने font tag को close किया ही नहीं. Am I right? So heading opens, font opens, close the font, and then close the heading. Are you understanding? Always remember the last tag to be open will be the first one to be closed. Okay? आप font को heading के बाद नहीं बंद करना भाई, heading के पहले बंद करना. Because heading and font में font opened later, correct? So the last one to be opened will be the first one to be closed. So let me save this code. Let me refresh the page. That's correct. So similarly, if I want the second last heading, that is H5, to be green in color, so what should I do? I go to H5. This text you wanted, correct? So we say font color equals to green, red, whatever you want. आपको जो चाहिए वो लिखिए, green. So that next heading also don't appear green in color. Be sure that you close the font tag. नहीं तो जब तक वो open रहेगा color green ही set रहेगा, correct? Am I right? And describe markup language, correct? Good, Devendra, you reminded me for that. Okay, so this is what is green in color. Understood? Fine. This is why HTML is called as a markup language. You know why? All my friends who are present, थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए. ये सब हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Opening, closing means we are actually doing the markings, right? भाई यहाँ से यहाँ तक green चाहिए. Okay? With the help of opening and closing of the tag. Come on. With the help of opening and closing of the tag, we actually did the marking and told HTML code कि यहाँ से यहाँ तक yellow चाहिए. Am I right? Opening of H2, closing of H2 indicated यहाँ से यहाँ तक. It's kind of marking. Am I right? यहाँ से यहाँ तक heading का size should be of H2 style. Alright, that's the reason, because HTML marks the code and indicates what is to be done. That's the reason it's called as a markup language. Okay, for the people who come up here from some good coding background, we haven't written any for loop, we haven't written any while loop, we haven't written any if condition. HTML cannot do that. Okay, ये सब काम कोई भी programming language करता है. HTML markup language है. Is that correct? Because HTML with the help of tag actually marks the content and give instruction to World Wide Web by कहाँ से कहाँ तक क्या करना है. Alright, please guys, please acknowledge to me in the chat box the meaning of markup language understood. Alright, इतना डेटा कलर में चाहिए, ये बोल्ड चाहिए, ये इटैलिक चाहिए, यहाँ पे लिंक चाहिए, यहाँ से लेफ्ट से इतना जगह छोड़ना, राइट से उतनी जगह छोड़ना, अलाइन इन द सेंटर. So these are nothing but markups. Hoping you understand it. Is that okay? Yes, Ronald, I read your message now. Thank you, Sagar, for acknowledging. Ma'am, attribute means giving information to the tag. You're right, Ronald. I would like to add some more point to your explanation. Friends, look what Ronald has written in the chat section there. Attribute gives more information about the tag. Attribute makes tag to work and behave different. Understood? अगर आपने वो attribute yellow नहीं use किया होता, font would have behaved in a normal behavior of color black. Oh, thank you, Priyanshu, for acknowledging. Is that okay, ma'am? What about the expected duration of the class? I have other commitments with classes. Additionally, will be there an option to access recordings? Yes, Zoya, you can access the recording anytime after the class. Okay, आप कभी भी देख सकती हो. But our certificate would hinder your issue then. Okay, certificate के लिए हमको 75% attendance चाहिए. Alright, and the project submission. Classes we will try to stick to 5 PM every day, but it might happen sometime it will go to 5:10 or 5:15. 10-15 मिनट कभी आगे बढ़ सकता है. When we switch to JavaScript and CSS, is that okay? Fine. You will always have the recordings forever on our YouTube channel. आप किसी दिन किसी वजह से if you cannot attend the class, no problem. You will always come and access the channel. Is it okay? Fine. Attendance conduction we will start from day 2, that is Monday, with the help of Google Forms, considering the day today as a warm-up session. I hope you got my point. Is that okay? So today we aren't considering any attendance. That we will begin from Monday, keeping a proper track and record. Is that very okay to all of us? Harish, I don't speak Kannada. Okay, but I'll make a point that I always speak in English. If you do not understand Hindi, I'll make a point that I speak maximum in English. Okay, Wasim, how to mark the attendance? For attendance, you just have to submit as a Google form, which will ask you only your name. Okay, Monday I will instruct you about how to mark an attendance. Okay, this instruction I'll give you there on Monday. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Navin, there will be no classes. Okay, Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 PM. Saturday, Sunday will be no classes. Framework, we are working in Visual Studio Code, 85 to 90% of the classes. At the end of the session, I will also introduce React and Angular framework for the people who are interested. Is that okay? Right, so you consider we are ideally working in Visual Studio Code with HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Bootstrap as a web development tools. I hope you got my point. Fine. React or Angular. For React and Angular, we have framework means CSS. No, my friend. No, framework doesn't mean CSS. CSS is not a framework. Okay, CSS is used to style the web page. I hope you got my point. Okay, we are using the framework of Visual Studio Code. I hope that's clear to you. Got it? Fine. Anyways, guys, just give me 1 more minute of time. Do not leave the session. This is a quick recap of what we learned today. Very quick. We started with what is World Wide Web. also called as W3. Correct me in case if I go wrong. एक minute last. It's like a fastest finger. Alright. World Wide Web is a web server who stores web pages and websites. These web pages and websites are created using HTML, the basic language, and many more languages also coming up. Alright. www operate in a client-server architecture where users are always a client. In a client-server architecture, client always send a request and server respond to the request. Correct? Fine. Clients send requests to the server using URLs, which are nothing but web links or web addresses. Request and response between client and server is communicated with the help of protocol called as HTTP. Hypertext को transfer करने वाला protocol. I hope you got my point. HTML, a programming language, or let me say a language which is not a programming but a markup language. HTML divides the web page into two sections. First called as a head and second called as a body. Content to be displayed on the page goes in a body section, and settings for the web page goes inside the head section. Alright. HTML writes the code using HTML tag. Tags are written in angular bracket. Every tag that is open also needs to be closed. There are certain tags which we don't have to close, जिसको close नहीं करना पड़ता है. The time up today, we will talk about those tags on Monday. I hope you got my point. Is that very clear to you? The basic tags in the from HTML that we studied today was head, title, body. Inside body, we studied heading tags and a paragraph tag. Is that okay? Fine. I hope you liked the class. Be regular. आप ऐसे dedication के साथ, motivation के साथ पूरा एक you attend one hour. Okay, at the end of 1 month you will be far ahead from where you are today. I hope you got my point. Okay, that will also help you to boost your career as well as add a new skill in your resume. Fine. And if you have really liked our efforts and work, please like and also ask your friends and other colleagues to subscribe, as this is absolutely free. Alright, goodbye. See you back soon on Monday sharp at 4 p.m. Alright, thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you Santosh. Thank you Harish. Thank you Vasi. Okay, fine. What is the total duration of the course, ma'am? Akila, it's 1 month. It's 1 month. And in case if project in the end takes time, we might extend by 1 week or few days more. Yes, Navin, I will try my best to upload all these PDF on the drive. Okay, we will try our best. My team will be trying our best. Okay, by the end of the day. Alright, all the PDFs and programs that we are using during the live classes, we will try to upload the best. In case if we couldn't do today, from day 2, obviously all the material used, हम class में जो भी use करेंगे, any notepad file, any PPT, any word file, any photo or image, we will try to upload it and provide the link on the YouTube channel. Is that okay? Have a good day. Fine. Yes, Ronald, I think you joined us late, Ronald. This is what is the what I shared. Okay, walkthrough of the syllabus. Week 1 we are learning HTML. Check it out. Week 2 we will start with CSS. Week 2 we will start with CSS. See, week 1, Ronald, this is to you. Week 2 we will start with CSS. This is all CSS. Week 3 again CSS continues. Bootstrap will also continue in week 3. JavaScript will start from week 4. And week 4 May, finally we will have a project. Okay, so this will take around 1 month of time. Ronald, please acknowledge if you got the point. Yes, Harish, we have C++ also, but C++ we will have coming up in the end of October. I hope you got my point. I will release the list of all the boot camps coming up. Okay, by the end of 2023, we will have around 5 boot camps coming up. Okay, we are yet not ready with the schedule. That's the reason I am not in a state to announce you right now. But CSS is one of them. Okay, programming notes and theoretical notes. Yes, Navin, I'll be uploading them all. Okay, that's what I said. All the material used during the session, we'll make sure that we will upload it and send you the link. Is it okay? That part will be done from us. Okay, that will do it. Okay, fine then. Alright guys, take care. Fine. Do like our sessions if you really appreciate it.